German industrial giant Siemens is leaving Russia after nearly 170 years.
Here's a summary of the article.
Siemens will leave Russia because of the Ukraine war. The company first arrived in Russia in 1851 to deliver devices for a major telegraph line. At the start of the war, Siemens put all new business and international deliveries in Russia and Belarus on hold. It called the decision a direct consequence of Russia's war in Ukraine, saying that international sanctions, as well as current and potential countermeasures, are impacting its business, particularly rail service and maintenance, in Russia. Siemens first arrived in Russia in 1851 to deliver devices for the telegraph line connecting Moscow and St. Petersburg. Siemens also released its second quarter financial results on Thursday, revealing that it faced €600 million in charges and impairments as sanctions on Russia hampered its mobility business, as CNBC explains. Siemens is among the many foreign and international firms to distance themselves from Russia following its invasion of Ukraine in late February. Nearly 1,000 companies have curtailed operations in Russia to some degree, according to researchers from the Yale School of Management.
This post received a score of 45,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
170 years. Even during the Soviet Union?
Another comment mentioned they remained there even during the Second World War. Don't know if that's factual or not though. Apologies.
Surprising considering the Soviets absolutely detested Germany, and quite likely would have destroyed it during their push to Nazi Germany. I doubt they wouldn't have nationalized it during the time of Western Germany considering they were Cold War rivals. So I am kinda doubtful of this info.
Here's a link from Siemens covering the history of the two. It seems it was majority so in a grey area of ownership? Then.
The aspect of the Soviet Union is kept quite vague. It doesn't explain much, just that there was little activity then boom they come back after the Soviet Union fall. Seems more like a marketing gimmick to give credence that they have been there throughout Russian history.
Agreed that it is vague, and most definitely a marketing scheme, but I couldn't find much more information on it. Pretty much only one sentence describes them as being nationalized, which makes sense from communist ideology, but if they were nationalized wouldn't that make them no longer Siemens?
Okay, I found an article in regards to the subject. They were set up in East Germany originally and were nationalized by the state. So Siemens actually stopped existing after the fall of Nazi Germany until reunification when they came back, so Siemens being part of Russia for 170 years is a lie.
You've misunderstood what this says. It was dissolved, nationalized in East Germany during the Cold War years, but it was still very much in operation in West Germany and Berlin. It even says as much lower in the same article. Siemens Berlin handled limited deliveries to the Soviet Union for electrical work, including the Apollo-Soyuz mission and other non-military applications. Siemens as a whole never dissolved, and they have been involved in Russia off and on for 170 years. But if you go by that interpretation, then if they resume deliveries after Putin leaves, they'll continue the timeline.
Even during World War II they didn't do that. That time that they were the baddies.
Thyssen, Krupp, Schindler, Siemens. They all have some innocent blood on their hands from WW2.
When I had to sit through the company history training, they conveniently left out 1932 to 1945.
I work for a Norwegian company that was established well before WW2. They too never brings up what happened during the war. I'm pretty sure they did some contracting work for the occupiers.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.